Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Deanna if you're new here. Today I want to do a video telling you exactly how I make my breast milk soap and my breast milk lotion. Also, if you're new here, I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out. Anyway, I will have everything linked in the description below, so let's just get into the video. Okay, so this is everything that you're going to need to make the breast milk lotion or cream. You'll need pure vitamin E oil, grapeseed oil, which you can also use like shea butter or coconut oil, but I decided to use grapeseed oil. You're also going to need beeswax. Organic beeswax would be the best, but whatever beeswax you can find, and then a jar. I got these cute glass jars from Amazon. Also, for the breast milk soap, you're going to need a soap base. I'm using a honey soap base and then some soap molds. I have a bunch of different soap molds. I'm just using the square ones today. I'm also adding oats to my breast milk soap, so that's why I'm using that. First, we're going to make the breast milk soap. I use the soap the most often. I don't really use the lotion too often, but I do love using the soap on both my 1-year-old, who's almost 2, and my newborn. That's the only soap that I've used on them. Except for my 1-year-old, because I ran out of breast milk soap and I wasn't producing any milk. Anyway, I use breast milk soap often. So it's a little tough because it is like a solid right now, but we're going to make it into a liquid. I'm just using a regular kitchen knife to cut it up. And what I do is make them into small squares because the squares will help melt it faster, but also melt more evenly. So try to make it the same size if you can, and this is just as much as I'm using today because I do already have some soap, but I will leave all of the recipes and everything in the description box so that you can make as much as you want to make, and this is about how much I use today. So now I'm going to take all of this to the stove. The first thing I do is turn on the stove because it needs to be warmed up, and then I'm going to place it in. So as you can see, it melts pretty quickly as soon as the stove is melted. Oh, you can also do this in the microwave, but I have not tried it in the microwave, but I know that you can melt it in the microwave. But anyway, I'm constantly stirring it because I don't really want it to burn. Also, it just melts so fast. It took about 1.5 minutes to melt all of this. So I'm just moving it around as much as I can and just showing y'all how it melts and how quickly it does melt. Okay, so now that it's all completely melted, I'm going to turn off the heat and then remove it from the heat, but I'm also going to scrape the sides of it. I still just really don't want it to burn. So I'm going to let it cool for just a little bit. You don't want it to cool too much because then it'll start to get hard again. So while it's cooling, I'm just going to go over to the table and put my oats in the soap molds. So the reason I use oats is because for rashes, acne, anything that's irritating the skin, oats is really soothing for that. That's why you'll see oats in like Aveeno and other things like that. We honestly don't even use these oats for anything but like baths and soap. So this is why I'm using these oats. I'm also going to try to just make it as even as I possibly can. Even though I'm not really measuring any of these oats or anything, I still just want it to be pretty even inside the molds. So now that now that my soap has cooled down a little bit, I'm going to add my breast milk into it and stir it in as much as I can. I really want it to be very well combined. You also can do this while the heat is on. I just right now decided not to put the heat on and let it cool down a little bit. But as you can see, I kind of let it cool down a little too much because it is starting to get a little hard. Now I'm putting the soap into the molds, and I'm going to try to make it as even as I can so that all the bars come out the same size, but honestly it really doesn't matter if they're not the same size or not. I just like them to be kind of even so that I know when I'm going to run out. Now I'm just mixing up the oats and the soap so that they're well combined inside of the molds, and then I'm going to head over to the fridge. So I put the soap in the fridge so that it can harden. You only need to put it in there for about 30 minutes, but you can keep it in there pretty much as long as you want to until you need it. Onto the breast milk lotion or cream. I'm just showing you again all the ingredients, which I will have it linked down below so you can use exactly what I'm using. I got everything pretty much off of Amazon, and yes, I am using one of these bottles for measuring because it's easier. I have a bunch of them. Anyway, so I'm just measuring everything out before I head over to the stove. And again, kind of doing the same thing. I'm going to pour the grapeseed oil and the beeswax. Now here you want to be careful. You don't want to overheat any of it. You really just want to heat it up until the beeswax is completely melted. And then as soon as it's melted, you want to take it off. You don't want to just overheat any of it at all. So just try your best not to do that. And as you can see, it melts pretty fast as well, pretty much similar to the breast milk soap. As soon as that's done, I'm going to take it off of the heat, and look, I'm just showing you that it's all melted. But I'm going to take it off of the heat and then transfer it over into a bowl. So now we're at the bowl. I'm pouring everything in. Here you can add your breast milk slowly, or like I did, just all at once. And I'm adding the vitamin E oil. Some people say to add the milk slowly and mix while you're adding the milk, but as long as it's all combined, it really doesn't matter how you add it. So this is just how I'm doing it. And also, you don't want to over mix it, just until you get the consistency that you're looking for, which is like this milky consistency. It's going to thicken up when you put it in the refrigerator, and you're going to keep it in the fridge. You can keep it out, but it's going to get really liquidy if you do. So just try to keep it in the fridge. Now I'm showing you how the soap turned out. Perfect. Just exactly how I wanted it to. My daughters are really going to love it, and it's really easy to pop out of these molds. That's again what I'm showing you. It's just how easy it is to use the molds. If you don't have molds, trust me, I didn't have molds often, so you don't need the molds. You can use anything that you can pop it out of. Now this is how the lotion came out. It came on a creamy consistency, and I'm just going to show you how it looks on my hand, and that's how it'll look with your baby, and it hopefully will help with all the rashes, all the acne, everything. Okay, that's the end of the video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week for another video. Catch you later. Peace.
Better do. So why do we do this dance? Are we moving too slow? Cause you need reassurance. Don't conflate issues. Why you always jump to? Do I really want you? When you know that I do. You so scared of real love. Lowest, you got it. You know that you got it. Baby, take the moment, you got it. It's yours, it's yours, it's yours. My love, just rest assured. I'm yours, I'm yours. Tell me what you running for, cause you don't have to try so hard. Down